Hello students, I Dr. Premchand Vasist welcome you back in our third lecture on disk scheduling. The content of third lecture are RAID model and different RAID levels. A redundant array of independent disks is called as the RAID model. Here, the RAID model consists of many multiple disks which are having the redundant information or simply redundant data. In other words, RAID model can be called as redundant array of independent disk, which is a technique which makes use of combination of multiple disks instead of using as a single disk for increased performance and data redundancy, or even can use for both of the situations. Along with this, we have to cover different RAID models in this lecture. As already told you, RAID model are used to enhance the performance. These are used for enhancement of the efficiency of the system, and same time these are used to enhance the reliability of the system. In other words, it's a technique which make use of combination of multiple disks by using without using single disk for increased performance and data redundancy or both. What is the redundancy of data? Means repetition. The very simple way, very simple meaning. Redundant means repetition of the information. It adds disk reliability, which means in case of disk failure, if the same data is to be backed upon on the same disk, we can retrieve the data and go on which of the operations. Different type of evaluations used in the RAID system are reliability, availability, performance, and the capacity. In that way, we can define reliability as how many disk fault can be system tolerate. Availability means what type of data are available at what time of t. What fraction of the total session time is system is uptime or mod. That is how available is the system for actual use. Same time, the performance, how good is the response time, how high is the throughput, and etc. Capacity, very simple to know. The capacity is the amount of the data stored per unit of time or per unit of space. In other words, capacity is the given set of n disks, each with B blocks. How much useful capacity is available to the user. This is all about the different evaluations or evaluation point of the RAID system. If we are aware with the reliability, availability, and the performance, same time with the capacity, we can understand very well the different models of the RAID system. To make the concept clear, I have just copy and paste all the 4 disks as a copy of disk A. You have seen this particular figure in my first lecture, wherein I have discussed about the disk structure, what a disk is all about, what are the different structures of the disk. I have copied that particular disk on the 4 places to make the concept clear. Here, the RAID model is redundant array of independent disks. Means a single information, a single block of information is being kept on the multiple disk. What is the reason of keeping that particular in the multiple disk? These are kept on the multiple disk to enhance the efficiency, to enhance the performance, for enhancement of the reliability of the system. Say example, here the copy of disk A has been copied, or the information of disk A has been copied on the disk B, disk C, and disk D. If at a particular time t, some information stored on the disk A, or simply you can say on the track B of disk A, then we can retrieve that information from the B or C or D. In other words, this is all about the information. If the system has been crashed, or we have to retrieve the information. On the another way, how the performance has been enhanced. For example, these are the 4 disks having the similar copy, means the data is the same on all the 4 disks. If I have to search some information, I will say I have to search A from the disk A, B from the disk B, and the word C from disk C, and the word D from the disk D. And we are aware that all the 4 characters are available in all the 4 disks. Say A, B, C, D, 4 blocks of the information are available on the disk A. A, B, C, D, 4 blocks are available in the disk B. A, B, C, D, 4 blocks of information are available in the disk C, and similarly on the disk D. Now I have to search all these 4 characters at a similar time t. Say 4 users are working on the system. One is looking for character A, another is looking for character B, C, and D. So if we are working on the sequence, then we will have, if I am saying that the execution time for just finding, for retrieving the information of block A or character A is 1 minute, so we will have the 4-minute duration in the complete execution. If I am working all together, then I can complete all the 4 characters searching in single 1 minute, because we can work parallelly in all the 4 disks at a single time t. So this is the clear picture how we are working on the RAD model. I hope you will understood. I have taken this example only for you so that you can understand what the RAD model is. It's a very simple and very logical topic. You will find it interesting. You will see that the topic is of only 5 to 10 minutes. If you will go and read the topic, or even you are going to listen this video, the complete information of this RAD model will be clear in your mind. I hope till now you are understood what the RAD model is all about. So we are clear with the definition, with the concept of RAD model. Now different RAD labels have to be discussed for the remaining lecture. Here we are having the RAD 0, or simply we can say the stripping model. Here blocks are stripped across the disk. You will see columns as the disk and rows as the information or the block of information to be stored onto the disk. Say the column 1 is disk 0, column 2 disk 1, column 3 disk 2, and column 4 disk 3. We are having the block of information 0 in the disk 0, 1 in the 1. I am reading row wise, or simply you can say the block 4 is in the 0 disk, block 11 is there in the disk 3. In this figure, blocks 0, 1, 2, 3 form as a strip. You can see a strip is there, white strip, then green strip, then white strip, then green strip. You can see by this way we can find out by the finding of the blocks can be searched very easily. Instead of placing just one block into a disk at a time, we can work with 2 or more than 2 blocks placed in the disk before moving on to the next one. Simply you have to just see what the RAD 0 is all about. Here you will say the redundancy is not there. You will find the redundant information is not there. So we are saying it is RAD 0. Only the stripping of the information is being done. Say I have some information. For example, you can take my name. My name is Premchand Vasisht. So I will say the first character P is there on the disk 0. You can say as 0 here. R is in the disk 1. E is in the disk 2, and M is in the disk 3. So this particular complete information has been stripped on the different disks, and I can find the information easily. Means what is all about stripping? Stripping is all about enhancement of the efficiency, or you can say improvement in the access time, not in the reliability. So you will see here the reliability is 0. Why the reliability is 0? Because there is no redundancy. There is not copying of any information anywhere. So this is the very simple. Only we are working towards efficiency of the system, but not the reliability. So we can say reliability is 0, but capacity is n into b. And disk each having b blocks are fully utilized. I hope after discussing RAID 1 or the mirroring model, you will be having the more clear picture of the previous one, RAID 0, or you can say the stripping model. You will see over here more than one copy of each block is stored in a separate disk. Thus every block has 2 or more copies lying on the different disk. You will see the block 2 is available on the disk 0 and disk 1. Block 7 is available on the disk 2 and disk 3. By this way, we are having reliability of 1 to n by 2 and capacity is n into b upon 2, means the half of the stripping model, half of the RAID 0 model. Because why the half? Because we are repeating the information. Here the reliability is there and the performance is also good in this particular RAID 1 mirroring model. I hope now the both of the model, stripping, that is RAID 0 and RAID 1 mirroring, are clear in your mind. Before discussing RAID 3, RAID 2 or any other technique of the RAID model, I am discussing RAID 4 over here because this is a different technique into which we are using dedicated parity. We are not repeating the information in the disk. Simply we are having the parity disk. We are having a separate parity disk. Here you can see disk 4, column 5th column, disk 4 is completely dedicated to the parity bit. Instead of duplicating data, this adopts a parity based approach. In the figure, we can observe one column, that is 5th column, disk 4, completely dedicated for the parity. Parity is calculated using the simple XOR function. If the data bits are 0, 0, 0, 1, the parity will be 1. If the data bits are 0, 1, 1, 0, the parity bit XOR will be there and the parity bit answer will be 0. By this model, by this way, we are having a parity system. What are the benefit of the parity system? We have not to repeatedly store the data, means we are enhancing the capacity of the disk. If we are using the RAID 1 model, that is mirroring model, then every time we are doing the half of the capacity of our available resources. But in the RAID 4 model, we are making the system reliable along with the enhancement in the capacity of the disk. You will see how we are enhancing the capacity in the next slide. You will see over here that we have not likewise the mirroring model, we are not copying the complete information in the half of disk. Say if we are using 100 megabits of the data to be stored in a single bit, if we are using mirroring, then for 100 we require 2 copy. But if we are using this particular RAID 4 model or parity bit model, then we can use only 33% of that, because assume in the above figure C3 is lost due to some disk failure, for example, then we can recompute the data bit stored in the C3 by looking at the value of all other columns and the parity bit. This allows us to recover the lost data. So reliability is altogether, we can calculate the information. But if more than one disk is going to be fail, for example, at a time t, disk C and disk C2 and C3 are going to fail, then we can't retrieve. If a single disk will be fail, only in that situation, by using the parity bit, we can find out the lost information. But that is only if one disk is going to fail. So RAID 4 allows recovery of at most one disk failure. So it is clear again. Capacity is n minus 1 into b. one disk in the system is reserved for storing the capacity. The RAID 5 model, the block level stripping with the distributed parity. This is a slight modification of the RAID 4 system, where the only difference is that the parity rotates among the drives. In the previous one, in the RAID 4, we were having a dedicated priority disk. Means in the previous one, a dedicated disk 4, that is column 5th, was dedicated to storing the parity. But here in this model, this has been done. The parity can be stored whether in the disk 4 P0 parity is there. In the disk 3, we are having parity P1. In the disk 2, we are having parity P2. In the disk 1, we are having parity P3. And in the disk 0, we are having parity P4. We are rotating the parity value. By this way, we can find out the solution of the single disk failure. Hope we are in position, but it is again not so suitable to find out the crashing of more than two disks. It is again suitable only if we are having a failure in the single disk as well. So here we have to discuss RAID 2, RAID 3, RAID 6 models of the redundant array of independent disk. RAID 2, it consists of bit level stripping using a Hamming code parity. RAID 3, it consists of byte level stripping with a dedicated parity. These two are less commonly used. RAID 6, it is a recent advancement which contains a distributed double parity. In RAID 4 and RAID 5, we are using single parity. But in this RAID 6, we are using double parity, which involves block level stripping with two parity bits instead of just one distributed across all the disks. There are hybrid RAIDs also, which make use of more than one RAID label nested one after the other to fulfill the specific requirement. So, in this lecture, we have discussed about the RAID model, that is redundant array of independent disks. We have studied the benefit of RAID models or RAID disk. What is the use of RAID disk? We have studied different models, that is RAID 0, stripping, mirroring, and parity. All together we have discussed about the RAID 6 starting from 0 to 6. Same time we have find out what are the capacity, how the capacity will be, what will be the reliability, whether reliability will be 0 or how much will be the efficiency. But along with this parity system or RAID array system, independent array of disk system, disk scheduling system, we are having another factor, another thing is also resides, which depend the efficiency of the complete throughput of a disk, that is file allocation method. Till now we were just talking about the disk efficiency, disk performance. So disk performance can be enhanced. First of all, we have discussed about the disk scheduling. Then we have discussed about the array of independent disks to enhance the disk efficiency. But along with these two factors, a third factor is again there, that is file allocation method. Simply a quote is there, request for the disk services can be greatly influenced by the file allocation method. So in this conclusion of this lecture is that besides disk scheduling, besides RAID models, another third factor is there, that is file allocation method. The conclusion, I have kept this line as a conclusion because of the reason that we are going to study file system in another lectures, coming lectures, that is lecture 4, 5, 6. We will cover the part 2 of this unit 5th in the other lectures of file system. So for this RAID model, this was the complete contents which were there for your syllabus. I thank you all for patiently listening. The references are again, I'm referring the operating system concepts book by Silverts and Galvin, some contents from Geeks for Greeks, and same time another contents are taken from the Wikipedia.